Today, we're talking about the single most important document for any project. Seriously, we're talking about the project charter. It's the absolute foundation for everything that comes next. So let's get into it.
You've probably been there, right? A project kicks off and it just feels chaotic. People are working hard, but they're all pulling in different directions. The meetings feel endless, nobody can make a clear decision, and if you ask 10 people what done looks like, you get 10 different answers. It is so frustrating, and it's a total recipe for failure.
You know, a lot of that chaos can be traced right back to the very beginning, to one single missing document. I like to think of it as the project's official birth certificate. If you don't have one, the project doesn't really exist in an official way. It has no clear identity, no purpose right from the start.
So, what is this crucial document? It's called the project charter. And if it's the project's birth certificate, it's also the official blueprint and the building permit, all rolled into one powerful package. It lays out what you're building and gives you the green light to actually start building it. This is the moment it all becomes real. A charter takes a project from just being an idea, maybe something talked about in meetings, and turns it into an officially sanctioned company initiative. It's that signed piece of paper that says, yes, we are doing this. And just as importantly, it says, and you, the project manager, are empowered to lead the charge.
Okay, here's the formal definition, and it is perfectly clear. It really has two key parts, and they're both critical. First, it authorizes the existence of a project. Boom, it's official, it's real. Second, it gives the project manager authority to apply organizational resources. This is huge. It means the manager can now build a team, spend the money, and actually get things moving.
So why all the fuss about one document? Well, because a good charter has some serious superpowers. This is not just about ticking a box or filling out paperwork. It's a strategic tool that can prevent so many of the headaches we talked about earlier. Let's look at exactly what it does for you.
First off, it creates a formal record. This isn't just a casual chat in the hallway. It's documented, and that shows real organizational commitment. It also, like we just said, authorizes both the project and the manager, which gets rid of any confusion about who's in charge. But maybe its biggest superpower is that it creates a direct link between this one project and the company's biggest strategic goals. Think about it. Any company has tons of things it could be doing. A charter forces everyone to answer the question, why are we doing this project right now? Organizations use tools like a project screening matrix to help them decide which projects best align with their goals. The charter is what makes that choice official. It confirms that this project is the one that's gonna help the company hit its big target.
Okay, so we're sold. We know why we need one, but what exactly goes into this blueprint? Let's peel back the layers and look at the anatomy of a really solid project charter.
A good charter basically answers all the fundamental questions up front. You've got the basics, like who's involved and when, under project ID. You've got the why, the business need. You have the what will accomplish in the objective and scope. And it also defines the guardrails, the risks, the budget, and all the key stakeholders. It puts everything in one place so the whole team has a single source of truth to work from.
Now, when it comes to the project objective, being vague is a project killer. An objective has to be crystal clear. Look at this example. It's not wishy-washy at all. It tells you what, replace the bridge, when, by August 3rd, and how much, for no more than $1.5 million. An objective this measurable leaves absolutely no room for misunderstanding.
And you know what's just as important as saying what you will do? Saying what you won't do. The charter has to set clear boundaries. Here, we're building the bridge, that's in scope, but we are explicitly not doing the landscaping on the roads leading up to it. That's out of scope. This is how you prevent scope creep, that quiet, sneaky expansion of a project that can totally wreck your schedule and budget.
The charter is all about the big picture. It's not supposed to get lost in all the tiny details. Its job is to define the project's mission, the end result, at a high level. It's about getting everyone focused on the what and the why before anyone gets bogged down in the how.
So where does all that detail about the how go? Well, that comes later in a document called a Work Breakdown Structure, or WBS. The WBS takes that high-level mission from the charter and slices it up into smaller, more manageable pieces of work. It's a really simple but powerful idea. The charter sets the destination, and the WBS draws the detailed, step-by-step map to get you there.
So how does one of these things actually get created? It's not some mysterious ritual. It's actually a pretty logical process that takes a business need and transforms it into a formal, ready-to-go plan. Let's quickly walk through how it comes together.
It really boils down to 3 simple steps. You start with your inputs, things like the business case that justifies the whole project. Then you use your tools This is where you have meetings, brainstorm, and bring in experts to hash out all the details. And that gives you two key outputs, the final project charter and, just as important, an assumption log. That log is where you write down everything you're taking for granted, which is so critical for spotting risks later on.
So as you can see, the charter is not a document you create, file away, and then forget about. No way. It is the project's North Star. It's the one thing you can always come back to throughout the entire project to make sure you're still on track and still focused on delivering what you promised.
So if you remember just one thing today, let it be this. A project charter gives you clarity, authority, and strategic alignment. It makes sure you know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. It gives you the power to get it done. And it ensures all your team's hard work is actually pushing the whole organization forward. It sets you up to win right from the very first day.
And that really brings us to the final question. A question for you. Think about the project you're on right now, or the next one you're about to start. Is it being built on a solid foundation, or is it starting out on shaky ground? Thanks for joining us.